Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I hope you all are going to be good. And as the way that we started our video lectures there, yesterday's video it was a complete disaster, and I know it was a bitter pillow to swallow at that time, but there was obviously a technical reason behind it, and the reason was this that my camera woman was not there with me. And you know that I am a grave feminist and I follow the theory of feminism. So today, my camera woman is here, and that is the reason it's quite easy for me to go with the things there. So we started chapter number 16 yesterday, and I have tried my level best to improve the things there in the mean of technology or in the mean of description of the things there. So chapter number 16, a desperate plan, we started it, and we discussed the plan of the imposter king, that how he is going to rescue the king with the help of that certain plan that he was having there. Now we left the chapter number 16 with that thing that he discussed the plan with the Sept and the Fritz, and he told each and everything and discussed each and everything, and he met with the Princess Flavia and the Marshal. Now we will move towards the chapter number 17, and chapter number 17 is having the title that the midnight diversions of the young Rupert. Young Rupert's midnight diversions. Diversion, you know very well, means the action of turning something aside from its course. Now, what is the relativity of that thing here? It's a very simple relativity. The way they have planned the things and the way they are going to meet them ahead, it's going to be entirely different. And in it, we are going to find out that apart from that plan, there are other plans and other things which are running here. So let's see what sort of a diversion young Rupert is going to give to Sept and the company here at that time. Let's move ahead towards the keynotes and the explanation of the chapter number 17. Okay, so the chapter number 17. Young Rupert's midnight diversions. The characters we are going to have in it, they are Rudolf Resendale, Anthony Timeman, Sept, Fritz, Tigadet, Johannan, Rupert, and Black Michael. So they are having directly or indirectly influence on the main plot. The way the story, the main plot is moving here, they are going to have direct or indirect influence on it. So according to the desperate plan they were having there, Sept and Fritz started off their journey exactly at 12 o'clock as per to the instruction of the imposter king Rudolf Resendale. They started off their journey at 12 o'clock, so they took the way which was not common for everyone. Why? When you are moving with your soldiers and heavy pelton and weapons, so no one is going to be able to see you at that time. That's why they took the long path. They started off their journey, and according to plan, they need to reach at the gate of the castle of the Zenda at 1:45, and they reached there exactly on the time. So now they need to wait it there. They need to wait for the signal. The signal is what we told in the last chapter, that Johannan will open the door for them at 2 o'clock, and then they will enter into the castle. But if the door wouldn't be opened, then what they are going to supposed to do? Then there is going to be change of plan. Now keep one thing in your mind always, that you need to have alternative plans for anything you are doing in the life. You need to have a plan A, you need to have a plan B, you need to have a plan C. Why? There is a reason behind it. it is not necessary that you are going to be successful in a plan A. Maybe there is going to be cause, there is going to be position that you need to opt the second chance and you need to go with plan B. That's why they were having the plan B. What was the plan B? Plan B was a very simple one, that if the door wouldn't be open at 2 o'clock, then at 2:30, Fritz will go on the other side of the castle and he will meet the imposter king there. But if he couldn't find the imposter king there, it means the imposter king is dead. When imposter king is dead, it means they are going to kill the real king Rudolf Elberg within 5 minutes later. So they will return back to the main gate. Sept and Fritz will march towards the castle of Thalheim, and then from there they will take the marshal and they will return back to the castle of Zenda, and then they will attack over there. Because why? They have nothing to lose over there. That was the plan they are going to follow there. Now, from my own side as an imposter, I started off my journey and took the necessary material. Like I was having a revolver there, I was having the sword there, I was having the ladder there, I was having the rope, and I was there on my horse. So I reached at the castle of the Zenda quarter to 1. So with the help of the rope, I went deep into the moat. And when I went deep into the moat, then I waited. Now, we gave you the map and we told you in the map that the G, if you remember, that letter G is representing the Jackman letter there. And he was sitting there and waiting for the time that is going to be exactly 2 o'clock. He was waiting there near the Jackman ladder. And now in front of the G there was L and M. We told you that L is the apartment of Black Michael, and we told you M is the apartment of Anthony de Mauban. And we told you that with it there is a B. B is the drawbridge. So he was waiting for there according to the plan. Why? If at the time of the night, as the cry of the Madame Anthony de Mauban, the message which he gave to the Johannan to deliver it to the Madame Anthony de Mauban, that you need to cry, help, Black Michael, help. So when that thing is going to be there, obviously Rupert will come out of his room, and behind the Rupert, obviously the Goddard will be there. So it's going to be the duty of the imposter to kill them at the drawbridge. And now when she will scream it, obviously Black Michael will come out of his room too, of his apartment too. So it's going to be the duty of the Sept to kill him at that time. So according to the plan, he was sitting over there and waiting for its prey. The prey obviously is the Rupert of Enzo and the man with the name of Decoded. Now very critical lines, okay, and these are the lines of Anthony Hawke. Please don't mind it. I told you earlier that I am a follower of feminism. Women are careful, forgetful creatures. Why he is saying these things here? Very simple reason. If Madame Anthony de Mauban would not be able to deliver the message, help, Black Michael, help, then it's going to be very difficult for him to go with the plan he is having here. That's why these critical remarks of imposter are given by against a woman, that is Madame Anthony de Mauban. Okay, so he was waiting over there. Then he witnessed and he watched appearance of the light in the room of Madame Anthony de Mauban. As we told you that room is there with the name of L, that is the room of Madame Anthony de Mauban. A light was there and there was appearance of the Rupert of Enzo there. So he was there in the room of Madame Anthony de Mauban. So there is a conversation between Rupert of Enzo and Madame Anthony de Mauban. And he is such a great person that without any fear he told the Anthony de Mauban that, ma'am, listen me carefully. ये जो आप जिस शख्स के चक्कर में है ना, जिसका नाम है ब्लैक माइकल, और आपको लगता है कि आप उससे मोहब्बत में हैं, आप दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा गलत सौदा करने जा रही हैं. Why? There is a very simple reason. Because the man with the name of a Black Michael is running for one thing here, that is to cut the throat of impostor and then to marry with the princess Flavia. So you are wasting your time. You are having a very good option there in the mean of me who is standing in front of you, a beautiful guy. So where he was telling all these things to the Madame Anthony woman, there was an arrival of the Black Michael. Now Black Michael asked, "What the hell are you doing here, man?" Rupert, always smart, saying, "Sir, just giving company to the woman in your absence." So the company to the woman in my absence. You know, Black Michael replied. He said that the moat is having capability to hold more than the king. So Rupert said, "Sir, आप मुझे डरा रहे हैं." बोला, ब्लैक माइकल कहते हैं, "देखो जनाब मोहतरम, मेरी धमकी ही जो है ना, वो काफ़ी होती है मेरे कुछ करने से." On it, Rupert, with a smile on his face, said that, "Ah, yes, that is the threat you have given to the Rodolphus Zenda, and still he is alive." On it, Black Michael's face turned black, but he still how controlled his gestures and emotions, and he said that, "Rupert, is not the time to fight. Go. We don't need you here." He left the room and he went outside. So he met with the Degoted there. So Degoted and they crossed the drawbridge and they directly went into their apartments. And while they went into their apartments, I was sitting there at the segment ladder and holding my position. So what I witnessed after 10 minutes exactly, Rupert returned from his apartment and he was having a sword in his hand and he was looking here and there, and then with a laugh on his face, he started off his journey. He went into the moat. There were steps. By following these steps, he reached near the drawbridge. Drawbridge, we told you, it's mentioned there in the map. Tried to find out there. He opened the door and he went inside. I was surprised with that move of Rupert Afonso, at what he was doing there. So the door of the drawbridge was remain unlocked. So at that time, I realized it's not only our plot who is working here tonight, but there are other plots who were moving there too. So that is the clear-cut explanation and a little bit explanation of the things which are discussed here in chapter number 17. The question we are going to have it. There are two questions. The questions are going to be other two, but the important one according to me. Okay. Question number 1: what was young Rupert Midnight's diversion? Describe it. As it is told you, what was his midnight diversion? Second one: what was the other plot which was running there at the castle of Zenda?